Well, hello, hello, hello. Listen, it is June. Yes, we are just rolling right along in this year. So, whenever we, of course, watch this and see this, just know let's look at some things to reshape our finances in the month of June. But not only the month of June, the whole year. But let's do this mid check and we'll be right back with some tips on shaping our finances. Stay tuned.
Welcome to Money Talks with Ayanna Smith, the show where you will learn and hear about practical things pertaining to money. Grab a pen and a notebook and stay tuned for a power-packed show. It's time to learn, grow, save, invest, repeat.
Well, all right. We are back and we are here to talk about 10 things to shape our financial future in June. Okay. And like I said, whatever you're watching this, it is always just a place to start. No matter what month it is, it's just a good place to start. And so we're going to go over a few things. Got my list, and we'll talk through it and go through the list and go from there. How about that? So, of course, before we jump right in, my name is Ayanna Smith, and I am a financial professional. I help people make and save money in a tax-free manner. I help professional women, business women, personal families to get their finances in order, and starting with the basics of life insurance, looking at also silver and gold, commodities, precious metals, debt elimination. I like to say debt demolisher, debt demolition. We like to do that. And just get some basic principles in order to learn how to have conversations, whether I will come in to your sorority, fraternity, church, your family Zoom meeting to talk about getting our mindsets ready for the money and not being afraid of talking about things. Because on our show, Money Talks with Ayanna Smith, we say money is always talking, even if we aren't talking about it. So we need to have the conversations and talk about money and how it looks to us and not be afraid of it, because there's no need to be afraid, because money is a tool and it can help us. And learning different ways through the healthy approaches and learning different ways to build multiple streams legally is what I am all about. So, without further ado, we are at a tune-up time of the year. We're looking at, and like I said, no matter what time of year it is, it's always time to start. If we have to get back on the horse after falling off, we do that. And how about it? Okay. So there's nothing wrong with that. And of course, you can see how to connect with me before we jump into these 10 things. We see askayanna.com. So you can go there to schedule a complimentary consultation so that I can help you to comb through what you have going on, whether you need life insurance, whether you need to add on and look at the life insurance as a vehicle and a strategy, of course, to protect your life. If you live too long, then you have living benefits, if you qualify for that. If you die too soon, your family will have a legacy left to them that they will be able to continue to live in the home that you have provided for them, or if you rent in a property or what have you, monies can continue to go on, so families won't have to be left alone and have a loan. Did you get to play on the words? Left alone, ALONE, and left with a loan, ALOAN. And so that's what we want to prevent, if at all costs. And then, like I said, we have some other strategies to show you how to build money. Even if you, for example, didn't qualify for a certain type of life insurance policy, but not getting all into that, that is where we will determine what you can qualify for, what will be most beneficial for your personal situation, your specific tailor fit situation, once we get together and have a conversation with our through our consultation. So, all right, so we're going to get into this very quickly here, talking about 10 things to shape our finances. And so we're going to this, of course, is not an exhaustive list, but I always like to pull some things together so that we can start talking about what we can do, what can be done, how it can be done, and of course, before we do that, we're still going to jump in. Want to make sure that you are connecting with me by subscribing to my YouTube channel. You may be viewing this broadcast on my YouTube channel. Please make sure that you subscribe, share, comment, like it, hit the bell. So when we come on live, you'll know that we're on. And then also connect with me on my Instagram page and our Facebook business page. Ask Ayanna _financial pro at Instagram, and ask for Ayanna on Facebook with the personal business page. And then you are viewing from my personal page. So we want to jump right in and look at the first thing, the 10 things, and we're going to do let's say kind of a top 10, and start with the first one. We want to review your budget. Sometimes it's like, okay, review a budget. Do I have a budget? Well, if we don't, let's make sure we create one. Get some help on what we have going out, what we have coming in, what types of jobs and different monies do we have coming into the home, so that we will see what's going out. And so with that, we want to review our budget, and we want to look at the tracking the financial, tracking our money and our budget against our financial goals, and make the necessary adjustments for the rest of the year, because we may see that, oh goodness, we put too much money over here, or we didn't have enough money over here. Maybe we can massage and reallocate some things so that we can get more money into the pot and get or focus on one certain bill and snowball that out and zero that out and get rid of that. Maybe it's some, and people have, when they're talking about credit things, and I need to get one of my credit specialist friends to come on. But here's the thing I do know. I often hear this, should I pay off my, this is a little side note. Should I pay off my collections things? Well, here's the thing. It's sitting negatively on your credit, your credit lineup, for the lack of a credit report, for lack of a better term. And they, some people say, well, when you go back in and start paying that bill, it reactivates the time on the bill. But I understand that you can ask for a letter to say that it is going to be cleared off, and or letters can be sent to clear it off, so that you won't have that negative report sitting there if you're looking to purchase properties and purchase some, if you have to purchase cars and things of that nature. And so you want to make sure that you don't negate your debt, but make sure that it's being cleared in a manner that it won't go against you, where you say, I paid it off and it still didn't help me. So that's where you can get with the credit specialist to help you to understand that a little more, and go from there and get those things cleared up. Yeah. So it's all about talking directly to the people and getting them to put stuff in writing for you, and getting someone to help you if you don't understand how to do that. So just let me know if you need some help in that manner, and I can connect you with someone who can get you pointed in the right direction. But that's the little bit that I know. Okay, because of course, sometimes you have stuff that comes back on you. Say, you know what, I need to clear this up and get this off of my name, and just so I can have a clear slate. So when I get ready to push and purchase, I can push and purchase with some power. How about that? All right, so that's the first thing. Review your budget. So we're after reviewing the budget. Then we want to look at, and like I said, we're going into June, but whatever season this may be, when you see this, this is still applicable. But right now, we're going to look at plan for summer expenses. Now, when you're looking at planning for summer expenses, you know that summer expenses, it comes along with vacations. It comes along with extracurricular activities that you may not do in the winter or the fall. And of course, you have to plan ahead for any extra expenses. But it's still, when you're building that budget, build in or find another job or another nice, like I talked about before, baking some cakes, some cookies, some pies, something that will garner and generate money, additional money that you can put aside for a specific thing. So you say, I need to have some vacation money. So I'm going to sell a few things. I'm going to sell some things out of my house. I'm going to sell some things that are in my closet that I really haven't worn or haven't touched. There are different apps that will help you to do that. Different and like I said, I'm not an affiliate of any of these particular things, but I know I sometimes see some apps on television that display that you can sell your stuff from, whether it's some used items or some clothing items or furniture. You can sell these things. Of course, be careful on how you do that and how you correspond and make your transactions, whether they're face to face, you have to mail things out. Just make sure that you're safe in doing that. But that is a way that you can garner up more money to help you build up that setting aside and that money for those unbudgeted costs and those fun times that you would like to step out and do in the summertime. Really, like I said, anytime. And so then next we want to look at number three. Number three, we want to maximize retirement contributions. And of course, I like to parenthetically insert life insurance reviews, because that goes along with maximizing your retirement contributions, because you want to see if you need to review your policy and if you need to get another policy, if you need to increase the one that you have, or you need to add on another layer, like another policy to the face amount that you already have. Are you able to do that? Is this the right time? Do you need to even sometimes look at cashing a policy out? Sometimes that is a beneficial thing, but we won't know that until we sit down, talk about what you do have, and create a comprehensive, specified plan, customizable and customized to you once we sit and have our conversation and the consultation. So that's why I always share, it is not one size fits all, it's one size fits you, and you. Okay, so we're going to look at that, maximizing those retirement contributions, understanding that if you have IRAs, 401ks, and things of that nature, is it time to put more money in there, or is it time to open a life insurance policy, which will allow you to start building wealth there? Is it also another option to look at, should you invest in precious metals? Like I said, I invest in precious metals and have the commodities there. That would be another opportunity to look at investing in purchasing, and also being what you would say a vendor or a person who can sell these commodities to your family and friends to build your portfolio. Because like I said, precious metals are a great commodity that fits into that comprehensive portfolio with your retirement, with your life insurance, with other investments. It is a surefire way to help you. All right. So let's move right along. Are you learning anything? Excuse me. If you have some questions, please put them in the chat. Please connect with me, excuse me, directly, so that we can get some things in order for you if that is something that you see. Oh, I need to excuse me, I need to make sure that I am building up for the future and that I have these things in place. You may say, so hey, let's talk about that. Make sure we get you as straight as possible. And I always say, the things I don't know, I will find someone who does, because I'm all about spreading the wealth and know that I don't know everything, but I know people who know lots of things. So we can get you in the point in the right direction. My expertise is in the life insurance arena and looking at those precious metals and helping you to eliminate that debt and getting those mortgages protected. So see me for that. Some of the other stuff, the credit and all that, I have friends that can do that and help you phenomenally. Okay. So let's keep going. All right. So we're at number 3. So let's look a little further at number 4. At number 4, you want to take advantage of discounts. What do I mean by that? Look for any discounts or deals that can help you to save money on purchases that you were planning to make. I tell you, sometimes you will get something and you may say, you know what, I really don't need that. And you may be prompted and led to return it to the store, only to find later, wow, it went on a clearance or it went on sale a little bit. So, you know what? If you have the funds and you really like that, go back and rebuy it. Go back and check it out again. That may be something you can do. But then looking forward, if you want to do certain things, look for coupons. Look for, if that's what you need to do at the time, because it's like this: breaking the bank is not okay if you don't have to do that. Wait until you can build up to that. If you want to look at something, take advantage of something that does not have a discount on it, then hey, like I said, we go back to number 3, maximizing your retirement contributions, or number 2, planning for those summer expenses or those extra expenses. Build up so that you can live the life that you want to live. But in the meantime, take advantage of discounts, because it's okay to get a discount for something that is still great and good. Helps you to save money on things you were already planning to buy, and you can put that money on another thing, or another portion of your pie in your pot of your budget. All right, so let's look at the next one. Number 5, review investments. So those of you who already have investments, whether it's, in the stock market, or you have put monies aside in IRAs and all that the things of that nature, look at those and review them, because like I said, sometimes it may be time to reallocate your investments, and you won't know that until you get into it and ask questions. When you start asking questions, then people are like, well, wait a minute, they know a little bit, so let me see if I can talk a little bit more and help them to get a little deeper. And you may find that, okay, it's time to move some money around. It's time to do something else with my money to elevate the investments that I already have, or I may need to close something out, add something else on, or just layer on top of what I already have and keep that going, and layer some enhancements to my investing. Some of the investing may be some new layers of enhancements, not throwing away what you're already doing, maintaining that and adding on something else. So just looking at that in that nature, you just have to figure out what's going to be the best thing. So make sure that basically your portfolio is aligned with your financial goals and your risk tolerance, because sometimes you get a little less in the mode of a little fretful, and say, well, hey, I don't want to put my money out there like that for it to just blow and flap in the wind. I want to be a little bit more safe, or I may want to be a little more aggressive. However you need to do, it is time to review your risk tolerance and make sure it's aligned to your financial goals. So you have to consider that rebalancing if necessary. Recalibrate what you have going in, coming out, and where you have it going to. Okay. All right. Now here's one that is real simple, but sometimes we miss it. And I know, fortunately, I have. Evaluating subscription services. making sure you know what is going in and out of your accounts and where is it coming from, meaning where is it, what account is it coming out of. Have that written down so you know what day it's going to extract or be, extracted from your account. Which account? Is it a business account? Is it a personal account? Is it a third party account? All of that is very important, and it will help you in scaffolding, making sure you know where money is going and flowing. So evaluate the subscription services because you may not need all of those different television show programs or subscriptions that you subscribe to. You may can cut them out because you have an overlap of, you can see these shows on this app and you can see the same thing on another app, or you may be able to suffice with just one app, not that one, or this cable, not that. So it's to take a moment to look at what's going on. Sometimes you see those apps too that will, they say go through all your stuff, and I haven't done all of that, but I tried, but I said let me just comb through it generically and look through ABC, and said that they will close, some of these apps will close the unnecessary apps and all that. But of course, only you know what you're willing to part with and how much money you're willing to have going out. And sometimes we can give ourselves a raise just by stopping the particular subscriptions that are coming out. Get all that stuff from hitting your account, and then you have given yourself sometimes a $100 to $200 to $300, $400, $500 raise every pay period. You just never know. All those things add up. $9.99 adds up. If you're doing 10 of those, okay, it's added up, hasn't it? All right, quick math, smart people, smart listeners. So the next thing, let's go. Plan for taxes, personal and business. It is time to always be in the planning mode for taxes with mid-year. We have entrepreneurial taxes, well, basically with prepaid taxes, what you think it might be, where I even started thinking, I said, let me forward think on my property taxes. Let me start paying something on it. So when the bill hits, we know the bill, if the bill is going to hit us and be due, say June of every year, then the bills usually come out maybe like April, May-ish. And we know that money is going to be sitting there looking like a 12th car payment. Well, if we know that, then we have to start adding on a little bit more each month if we want to break it down, or we commit ourselves to saying, you know what, I'm going to, I keep going back to it, sell a few books, sell a few cakes, pies, cookies, or something to make sure that I have my property tax money put to the side. And then I can start paying on it ahead of time. So by the time it is due, everything has been paid, and then that will alleviate any late fees, penalties, and all that good stuff. So we have to forward think. So it's all about reshaping mindsets and just having that money there just to strike the check. So it's sitting there, and when it hits, we just go in there, tap, 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 pay it, or go to the place, tap, 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 swipe my card, and we're out. Okay? So make sure you do that. Look at that very carefully and thoroughly. Set aside your estimated, it was called estimated tax payments. Let me get the correct words together. Estimated tax payments. And when I said prepay your taxes, that's estimated tax payments. If needed, do that, and then we can be the better for it, right? So next, number 8, we are rolling along. You're going to track your expenses. And you say, how in the world am I going to do that? Who tracks their expenses? Who's out there tracking their expenses? Who is tracking them? Raise your hand. Yeah, we have to track those expenses and pay attention to the cups of coffee and drinks and snacks and food and things that we just kind of grab on the run, and see how those things add up. So that means we have to keep a close eye on our spending, throughout the month to make sure we're staying within our budget and not overspending and just, frivolously spending, saying, oh, I'll just get this over here. I'll just pick this, this little bag of food up over there. And everything is adding up, adding up, adding up. And we would be shocked and surprised sometimes on how much really is going out and how much we really need to be more accountable for when we are looking at, I could pay this off or that off if I have any debt. Some people don't have any debt. So if that's the case, it's not about all paying things off, or I can save to purchase, or I can put money aside in my life insurance policies. I can invest in precious metal commodities. These are the things I can do because now I am not so strapped. I can reallocate and forward think and earmark my money and tell it what to do by putting it in things that are going to be an appreciation for my portfolio and not a depreciation for my entire overall monetary life. Yeah. So just make sure that we look at that. Tracking your expenses. And as we kind of come into our descent, we're going to set a mid-year financial checkup. Ding, ding, ding. Make an appointment. AskAyanna.com. Let's talk. Let's make a mid-year appointment if you haven't already done so. If you have a person that you speak to, your financial person will be glad to speak with you and make sure that you're on the right track. And if not, I will be glad to talk with you, make sure that you're on the right track as much as possible. Get that financial checkup, that tune up, just like we get our cars oil changed, or we get spark plugs changed to get a tune up on our car. We don't just drive it and drive it and drive it, or at least we shouldn't, without getting it checked up, refueled. Case in point, do we drive the car until there's no gas at all and then expect after the light is on to continue to drive with no gas without thinking that we haven't caused so much damage and that we are going to continue to drive on air? No, we're not. So it's the same thing. We need to do that mid-year checkup. Schedule the mid-year checkup, review your financial plan, and make any necessary adjustments. That's all we ask. Just necessary adjustments, layerings, additions, deletions, whatever you need to do to make sure that it is looking appropriate for you, your family, your business, your goals. Okay. All right. And here we come down to the descent of the hour of our broadcast. We're going to look at setting the financial goals for the rest of the year. So it's time to set our financial goals for the rest of the year. And when we're looking at that, we want to see where we already have been, what we do. So that means you have to take some time to set specific financial goals for the remainder of the year, meaning whether it's saving for a vacation, whether it's paying off some piece of debt, increasing the emergency fund that you have. Having the clear goals will keep you motivated and on track. Or whether you're saving money for, down payment for a home or an investment property, whatever the case may be, a good place, to decide to do that and make that happen is now. It's today. I was looking at there's an app I saw from a credit union, and the credit union had different amounts of money that you could save, and they show you how to break it down by the day and the week, a calendar which shows how much money you should be putting in daily, weekly, to come up with whether you want to save $1,300 or $2,500 or $5,200, whatever you wanted to save, and that you decided on saving. They will have a plan that could be, through an app that you could put that money aside and make sure that you are saving that amount that you want to come up with. So I think that's a good thing to create some discipline Yeah, and then I've also seen little books that have it's like a little flip book, and they have certain denominations that even it's $10 or $20 or $50, whatever, to come up with that certain amount that you after a certain amount of weeks you should have an X amount of money saved up via the little booklet. So it's kind of the similar principle, but you have to determine which is going to be right for you and which way is going to make sense for you in your savings journey. Either way, we do need to concert to saving our money and saving it for a specific thing to, I think, make it more meaningful than just to say, oh, I have XYZ in the bank and I don't have it earmarked for anything. If it's an emergency fund, it is earmarked for something. And that is an emergency. Tire blows out, boom, that's an emergency. You need to get that tire fixed, done, repaired, new tire, whatever. You have the money, swipe the card, and keep right on going. So there is no downbeat in business and what you have to do to keep things going from day to day. So that's just an example. So as we wrap up, I just want to go back and of course we start here and go backwards. Of course, you intend set your financial goals for the rest of the year. 9, set up a mid-year financial checkup. 8, track your expenses. 7, make sure that you are planning for taxes, personal and business. Those prepayments on taxes, think about that. And 6, evaluate subscription services. Streamline the fat that's in your budget that is taking money out needlessly. That can be reallocated for other things like your taxes and like, saving for your trips and all that stuff like that you like to do. 5, review your investments. Review those strategies, whether it's IRAs, Roth IRAs, and money markets and CDs and all that stuff. And even review what your life insurance policies are doing. If you have life insurance policies that make money, such as, and here are the policies that make money, so you will know. Your whole life policies will have a component to make money. Universal life policies, index universal life policies, and also variable life policies have the components built in there to make money. They bear interest. They have basically like interest bearing accounts inside of your life insurance policy. And part of the money that you pay for your face amount of your life insurance, part of that premium, whether you pay it monthly, quarterly, yearly, however you pay it, semi-annually, part of that premium, or those premiums, part of it has goes over to your savings component. And then also, if you have this built in, some parts go to your living benefits and your long-term care components as well. And like I said, the technicalities of those, not hard to understand, but we just need to make an appointment so that you can know what you need and then get what you need. All right. And then number 4, we want to take advantage of discounts. And then 3, maximize retirement contributions and have your life insurance review or your life insurance implementation if you do not have any life insurance. And if you can qualify for it, hey, yes, let's get you what you can qualify for. How about that? I always try my very best to help people in that regard. And then 2, plan for summer expenses. All right. And then number 1, review your budget. And of course, if we don't, you say we don't have a budget to review, then that means that we need to sit down and create one so that we can have some semblance on how we're going to get to our goals and our dreams, like I know you can and want to. So this is Ayanna Smith. Money Talks with Ayanna Smith. I am a financial professional, life insurance broker, and I help people make and save money, help that professional woman to get financially fit as much as possible through the vehicle of life insurance. So if you want to make sure that we connect together, make sure that you go to www.askayannaayanna.com to connect with me and schedule an appointment on IG, Facebook, also personal and business page, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. This has been a pleasure and an honor to be able to come into your homes, wherever you are listening to this and what time you're listening to it. Make sure that you like, comment, and share. And I look forward to speaking with you and seeing you soon. Also, make sure that you don't forget to purchase a copy of my book, Building Wealth. Building Wealth. It is $25. That includes shipping. And if you would like to get a copy of the book, please make sure that you connect with me. You can inbox me regarding the book, and I will send you the details and send you all of that. I also have some other books that I have been a part of and have written in anthologies, and some are inspirational. Some talk about some of the things in my past. And then, some are still equipping us in mindset and empowerment. But this book, Building Wealth, was with, I led the book as the visionary for the book. And I had 4 other dynamic ladies in the book who were just awesome. And they tell wonderful stories about how to get yourselves financially fit. So you don't want to miss out on that. So just send me an inbox so that I can get you the link and you can get your book, Building Wealth. All right. So thank you so much for listening. This is Ayanna Smith, and we're signing off, and we look to hear from you soon.